mean, the king, it's so sad for the king because those two grandchildren have probably got horrible American accents.
Just want to say to our American viewers that there's no problem with having an American accent.
No, but you know what I mean. They're not, and it would be lovely for them to all.
Greetings to all our viewers from around the world. As we gather here on this platform, we are united by our shared curiosity and thirst for understanding. Our channel is dedicated to providing insightful and thought-provoking content that encourages you to question, to reflect, and to engage in meaningful conversations. This is a space where we delve into complex issues with an open mind and a respectful discourse. Today, we shall delve into the intriguing world of the British press and their relationship with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan. Have you ever wondered why Meghan Markle and Harry are always in the news? It's a question that prompts a deep dive into the murky waters of media obsession and exploitation. The British press appears to have an unquenchable thirst for all things Meghan and Harry, a thirst that isn't merely about satisfying public curiosity. No, it goes far beyond that. Let's take a closer look. Every time you pick up a newspaper or scroll through your newsfeed, you're likely to come across a headline featuring the couple. They're painted as villains, rebels, or misguided lost souls. The narratives are often negative, the tone scathing. It's almost as if the media is engaged in a ceaseless war against them. But why? The answer lies in the age-old adage: controversy sells. And Meghan and Harry, with their departure from royal life and their candid revelations, provide the perfect fodder for controversy. They're the bread and butter of the British press, the golden goose laying the eggs of sensationalism. These seemingly endless narratives of conflict and drama aren't just random stories. They're carefully crafted, strategically spun, and meticulously disseminated to the public. And the result? A surge in readership, a spike in viewership, a boost in ratings. In essence, a profitable business model where Meghan and Harry are the unwilling commodities. And the tabloids aren't the only ones reaping the benefits. An entire industry has sprung up around the couple. So-called royal experts have built careers off their analysis and commentary. Their words, often laced with criticism and judgment, are eagerly lapped up by an audience hungry for more. But here's the catch. The media doesn't truly wish for Meghan and Harry's departure. They don't want them to disappear into obscurity. Why would they? That would mean losing their most lucrative source of revenue, their cash cow. In the twisted game of media exploitation, Meghan and Harry are the indispensable pawns. The reality is they do not wish for Meghan and Harry's departure. They simply need them. They need them to keep the wheels of their profitable machine churning. They need them to keep the public hooked. They need them to keep the money rolling in. The British media plays a dual role in this saga. Let's take a moment to unravel the cycle of abuse, a choreographed dance of torment where the British media is both the puppeteer and the puppet. The opening act begins with the creation of outrage. Like a skilled artisan, they meticulously craft narratives of scandal and strife, weaving a tapestry of falsehoods and half-truths. The stage is set, the characters are vilified, and the audience is primed for the spectacle. The second act sees this outrage being fueled. They stoke the embers of discord with calculated precision until the spark of scandal erupts into a wildfire of hate. This is not a passive observer merely reporting the news, but an active participant fanning the flames of conflict. The vilified characters are now the villains, and the audience is baying for blood. And then comes the third act, a masterstroke of manipulation. The puppeteer steps onto the stage, portraying themselves as the victim. The media, the very architects of this chaos, now claim to be at the mercy of the monster they themselves created. They pretend to be caught in the crossfire, taking shelter under the guise of free speech and journalistic duty. But what lies at the core of this cycle? What fuels this relentless engine of abuse? The answer, quite simply, is the pursuit of clicks, ratings, and money. This is not about reporting the truth or upholding journalistic integrity. This is about capitalizing on the suffering of others, about exploiting the public's fascination with scandal and conflict for financial gain. And so, the cycle of abuse continues, a never-ending merry-go-round where the British media rides high on the backs of those they victimise. It's a sadistic game, a spectacle of torment, where the winners are those who profit from the pain, and the losers are those who are caught in the crossfire. It's all a game of clicks, ratings, and money. Why does the media keep talking about Meghan if they dislike her so much? That's the question on everyone's lips. The answer, my friends, is as simple as it is disturbing. They don't truly despise her. They need her. Meghan, you see, is their scapegoat. In the grand arena of the British media, Meghan plays a role more significant than that of a mere royal. She's the diversion, the smokescreen. She's the perfect distraction to keep the public's gaze fixed and unwavering from the real issues at hand. With every headline, every scandal, every critique, the media crafts a narrative that serves their purpose. And what is that purpose? To divert, to distract, and to profit. Meghan's story is sensational, controversial, and above all, profitable. Every word written, every accusation thrown, every story spun brings in clicks, views, and, consequently, revenue. But this isn't just about money, it's about control. It's about keeping the public's focus exactly where they want it to be. And while the media crafts its narratives, what of the real issues? What of the pressing matters that demand our attention? The media's constant spotlight on Meghan and Harry conveniently draws our eyes away from these issues. It's a classic case of misdirection, a magician's trick performed on a national stage. The media's relentless pursuit of Meghan and Harry serves a dual purpose. It's a profitable endeavour, yes, but it's also a convenient tool to control the public narrative. Meghan is their scapegoat, their distraction, their never-ending headline, and as long as she's in the spotlight, the real issues remain hidden in the shadows. Without Harry and Meghan, who will they blame? Who will they smear? Who will they use to make millions? The answer, they'll find another scapegoat, another distraction, another narrative to spin. Because the media's game isn't about truth or fairness, it's about control, distraction and profit. And that, my friends, is the sad reality of it all. But Harry and Meghan chose their happiness over this toxic environment. They made a decision that few could have predicted, and many still struggle to understand. They chose each other, their mental health, and their future together over a life of constant scrutiny and unending criticism. This decision, in many ways, disrupted the narrative that the British media had so carefully crafted. It took the villains of their story and propelled them into a new narrative, one that they couldn't control or profit from. It was a bold move, a brave move, and it left the media scrambling to find a new scapegoat, a new distraction. Harry and Meghan's departure was more than a mere relocation. It was a declaration of their independence from an institution that seemed to thrive on their suffering. They chose to step away from a life that was doing them more harm than good, a life that was slowly stripping them of their peace, their joy, and their sanity. Their survival outside of the royal institution is a testament to their strength, their resilience, and their determination to create a better life for themselves and their children. They've faced backlash, they've faced criticism, but they've also found freedom. Freedom to live their lives on their own terms. Freedom to raise their children away from the harsh glare of the public eye. Freedom to focus on the causes that matter to them without being restricted by royal protocols or expectations. This freedom, this unexpected freedom, is perhaps the sweetest victory of all. It's a victory that shows that it's possible to step away from toxicity and choose happiness instead. It's a victory that sends a strong message to the world about the importance of mental health, the importance of self-care, and the importance of standing up against bullying and abuse. No matter how much the media froths at the mouth, Harry and Meghan are free. They're free to live, free to love, and free to move forward into a future that they've chosen for themselves. And that, dear listeners, is the most beautiful story of all. While the media rages, Harry and Meghan are building a future. A future sculpted not from the cold stone of tradition, but from the warm clay of love and respect. They have taken the road less travelled, and it has made all the difference. They have chosen each other over anything else, over the bitterness, over the outdated norms. They have left the shadows of their past behind and stepped into the bright light of a future they have chosen for themselves. A future where their voices are not stifled but heard. A future where they are not puppets but the puppeteers. A future where they are not victims but champions of their own story. They have laid the foundation of their future on the bedrock of their courage and determination. A future where they are not the scapegoats of a relentless media, but the authors of their own narrative. They have shown us that it is possible to break free from the chains that bind us, to rise above the noise and find our own rhythm. They have survived the storm and are now navigating their way towards a future full of promise and potential. They have dared to dream, dared to break free, dared to be themselves. The truth is, the only people who are miserable are the ones still stuck in the past. Harry and Meghan. They're building a future, together,